Yusuke scopes the arena, and as competition to be, he notices Kuwabara acting a little strange. So Yusuke asks his rival, what was up with him? Don't tell me you're getting scared already. The games haven't even begun, Urameshi says. But Kuwabara dismissed Yusuke's words, but telling him to straighten up, Genkai was entering the arena. Yusuke had decided to keep an eye on Kuwabara, and as Genkai stepped out to assess her participants, she notices Yusuke among the crowd. She smiled, while also taking notice to Kuwabara's heightened spirit awareness. Genkai begins the tournament, and as canon follows, Genkai also showcases a fraction of her power against those two challengers in the beginning. Next, Genkai puts the candidates through a series of rigorous preliminary tests, which indicate whether a candidate has sufficient spirit energy to contend. Arcade games designed to test one's spirit energy, in which Yusuke and Kuwabara had appeared to be evenly tied in striking power. And during the race through the Dark Forest, Yusuke and Kuwabara reluctantly teamed up and made an even easier way through the Baldock, the Bat Demon. So after both fighters exit the Dark Forest, Yusuke noticed that the fighter Shorin miraculously was awaiting them at the end. Noticeably aggravated, Kuwabara began to sense the evil energy emanating off Shorin, and hastily, Kuwabara runs off, leaving Yusuke dumbstruck to where Kuwabara had snuck off to. Meanwhile, Botan had alerted Kazuma of Shorin's mysterious demonic energy. Kuwabara expressed to Botan that Koenma assured him that Rando wouldn't stop at nothing to gain Genkai's hidden power. As Yusuke pops out the bushes, shouting out what hidden power, Kuwabara yells at Yusuke to keep his mouth closed, and curiously, Yusuke asks if Botan was Kuwabara's girlfriend. Botan ludicrously laughs, with Kuwabara simultaneously hitting Yusuke up the head, while saying he was on an important case to stop a demon named Rando from gaining Genkai's power. Yusuke now confused to why Genkai never informed him her so-called unknown power, until Urameshi asks Kazuma, so was that how you got so powerful while I was away from working these types of cases? So Kuwabara comes out and tells Yusuke he was chosen to become spirit detective by Koenma, leader of the spirit world. Yusuke now confused himself, never knowing of the spirit world, but he knew there was an afterlife, until Botan burst out explaining that she's heard of Yusuke's name before. But suddenly, Genkai comes out and demanded that Yusuke and Kuwabara return to the tournament. With Genkai now informed, just as in canon, of who Kuwabara was and how he could be so evenly matched with Yusuke. So as the tournament continues, with the Dark Arena going similar to canon, only this time, when Kuwabara fights Musashi, he uses his spirit sword much earlier in the fight, granting him the dub. And in Yusuke's match with Kabano, see no reason why events wouldn't play out as per usual, except I'll say when Yusuke fires the spirit gun, it's a tad bit more powerful this time. In turn, leading us to the ancient battlefield with the match with Kazumori, also going similar to canon. Now we're in the finals. Yusuke steps up to battle once again. Kuwabara tries to intervene, telling Yusuke that he was sure that Shorin was the demon Rando in disguise. But Urameshi arrogantly waves off Kuwabara's words, as he was sure this match was his for the taking. So Genkai finally pulls Yusuke aside, advising him to maintain control over his spirit energy and emotions, something he struggled with throughout their training together. And with confidence, Yusuke assures Genkai he was going to win this, so both fighters got in position. As the match had begun, and unlike the match with Kuwabara and Shorin in the canon, Shorin had begun using his demon energy to increase his spirit power, kinda like how Yusuke did in canon, but far less potent and powerful, and nothing like Shinobu's. And as the match had continued, Yusuke was beginning to get worn down and angry, so Genkai yelled for Yusuke to use the spirit gun technique. So Yusuke does so and fired his most powerful attack, which contacts with Shorin. And to everyone's bewilderment, Shorin was apparently eviscerated. Yusuke excitedly mocks Kuwabara on his apparent victory, until Genkai yelled out, "Behind you!" Urameshi turns to see a giant Shorin who was sadistically laughing while reaching down to pick up the ant-sized Yusuke. Urameshi horrifyingly attempts to fire another spirit gun, but was picked up in the process. As Shorin started to squeeze Yusuke, Kuwabara unleashed his spirit sword, preparing himself to launch in and rescue Yusuke. But Genkai stops the match, which satisfies Shorin, as he now knew he was the official winner. So he tosses Yusuke to the side as he grows back to normal size. Yusuke that is. Kuwabara runs to check on Yusuke, but Genkai had already made her way to Urameshi, and she began to heal Yusuke. Kuwabara took notice to Yusuke's injuries as Urameshi grabbed his once rival and demanded him to win this tournament or he was gonna kick his ass. Kuwabara nodded his head in agreement as he arose and glared towards Shorin, with the former beginning to laugh. As Kuwabara's spirit energy began to rise, Shorin started to transform into his true demon mode, known as Rando. Kazuma spawned his spirit sword and got into fighting position. Rando fires a barrage of circle infernos until blitzing towards Kuwabara and round kick him in the head. Kazuma managed to dodge the attack somehow and retaliates with a spirit kick of his own. So the two began going blow for blow as they seemed to be somewhat evenly matched until Rando started furthering his demon energy and overpowered Kuwabara. Yusuke yells out that Kuwabara better survive or he'll kill him himself. Botan also cheered on for Kuwabara, so Kazuma tries to summon all of what he has to finally defeat Rando. Now before I end part 2, I want to quickly go over class levels and how spirit energy is used regarding the characters, and to also clear up some possible confusion for newcomers of this show. Unlike Dragon Ball, where power levels are based on ki sensing and raw power, spirit energy is based on emotions and varies from person to person. It can amplify strength, make weapons, and heal in even some cases. Also, it's different from demon energy. As Toguro said, it may not be as powerful as spirit energy, but it has a much more pleasurable sensation when used. But most demons aren't emotional. In any case, which brings me to life energy, as basically the last resort when the user is all tapped out of spirit energy, or Reiki, and it ultimately kills the user when it's been used up. Now let's go over the class levels finally. E, D, C, B, A. E is the lowest and S is the highest, with tiers between low, medium, and high. And I know, when will I cover the characters? Basically, in this what if, Yusuke and Kuwabara are neck and neck. Both fall under the medium D category for now. That'll change drastically going further, but for now, this is where they at, with Rando still retaining his lower C level from canon. Also, to those who may ask why I made Kuwabara the spirit detective and not Yusuke, well, it was kinda like destiny for Kazuma, if you ask me. Just look at his character and you tell me if he wasn't a more suitable pick. Also, Yusuke didn't die, remember? So Koenma never got to formally meet and understand Urameshi. Thanks for watching, guys. For more content like this, remember to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. I know my videos are shorter than the average YouTuber, but until I get to where I want to be, this will be the normal format and link for the videos for right now. But it really just depends, honestly. Anyway, stay safe, and I'll see y'all in the next what if.